Hey all, welcome to ShareTrek. This is Raj here. Today I want to bring to you some exciting news developments at CRISPR and more or less with Vertex. And this is a bit of a significant development. I don't know whether it's a positive or a negative. I would like to believe it's a positive for both companies, but you be the judge. In this video, I'm going to give you the background, and I'm also going to give you my take on what it seems to me. And then you can put your opinion in the comments. So let's get started. Welcome back, friends. Yesterday, there was a press release that informed us that Vertex has bought authority to use CRISPR-Cas9 to work on enhancing a type 1 diabetes therapy that Vertex acquired recently. Is this a positive development for CRISPR Therapeutics? That's the main question. Even though that's still a question, it's definitely a sure thing that Vertex has got an absolute positive development with this because they are doubling down on their investment in type 1 diabetes. So now they have got more than 3 therapies for type 1 diabetes in the works. And when they succeed, it's a very big market out there. Vertex and CRISPR Therapeutics have recently intensified their alliance to accelerate the development of Vertex's hypoimmune cell therapies for type 1 diabetes through a new non-exclusive licensing agreement for CRISPR-Cas9. The agreement allows Vertex to use CRISPR Therapeutics' cutting-edge gene editing technology, which is CRISPR-Cas9, to fast-track their research in this area. Vertex is testing a treatment it acquired from SEMA Therapeutics, and both companies have been working with ViaCyte. CRISPR, through a collaboration with Vertex, through its acquisition of ViaCyte last year. So this way, Vertex, CRISPR, and ViaCyte, all of them are tightly aligned in bringing out T1D and T2D therapies. And they have, by far, to the best of my knowledge, the biggest portfolio of therapies under research and clinical trial. So now let's pause and take stock of Vertex and SEMA, as I have not covered SEMA in our channel before. In September 2019, Vertex acquired SEMA Therapeutics in its quest for a cell-based treatment for type 1 diabetes. At the time, Vertex paid $950 million in cash, and we need to understand what motivated Vertex to pay such a lofty price. So the value arises from the fact that SEMA Therapeutics had made 2 significant advances. The first one was the ability to produce large quantity of functional human pancreatic beta cells that restore insulin secretion, ameliorate hypoglycemia in animal models. So that was the first success. The second success was they were able to create a novel device that could encapsulate and protect these cells and can be implanted on humans, enabling durable implantation without the need for ongoing immunosuppressive therapy. I had discussed these implantable devices much earlier on in this channel when I did a profile on Vertex Therapeutics, but I had not provided you the origin story of where those devices came from. To jog your memory, take a look at these pictures that I have shown on the screen, and it will remind you what it is all about. So these are some small devices, pouch-like devices, which can be implanted just under the skin or on the back of the patient. So they had 3 versions of this, and the final and most advanced version was supposed to have the ability to evade the human immune system so that it can be implanted within the body. So that's the subject of the CRISPR-Cas9 acquisition by Vertex, to the best of my understanding. You'll recollect that the agreement between CRISPR and ViaCyte to develop the type 1 diabetes happened first. Later, ViaCyte was taken over by Vertex. This means Vertex is now not only going to benefit from the ViaCyte collaboration, but also has beefed up its prospects to progress VX880, which is the name of the therapy that it acquired from SEMA, that it's trying to improve further by making it capable of evading the human immune system so that implantation can be much easier and T1D can be addressed. Under this agreement that has been recently entered between CRISPR and Vertex, Vertex will pay CRISPR Therapeutics $100 million upfront for non-exclusive rights to CRISPR-Cas9 for the development, and this is for the development of gene-edited therapies for type 1 diabetes. CRISPR Therapeutics will be eligible for an additional $230 million in research and development milestones and receive royalties on any future products resulting from this agreement. Last week, the FDA cleared Vertex to begin early clinical testing of another treatment called VX264 that surgically implants the same stem cell-derived pancreatic islet cells as VX880, but within a device that shields them from the body's immune system. Vertex said that it will use CRISPR's gene editing to develop cell therapies that are more resistant to rejection by the body's immune system. So if you were looking at the quality of life for a T1D patient, for them to get a device implanted in them, which is going to keep all those insulin-producing cells safe from the immune system, that's going to be a less desirable quality as compared to a system which can be assimilated into the body and which can dodge the human immune system and continue to provide insulin as required. So that's why I think Vertex is still focused on VX880 and has continued to invest more money to get the required tools in order to work towards that objectives. You would recollect that earlier Vertex had entered into a collaboration with CRISPR to develop SCD and TDT therapies, and later in April 2021, Vertex Pharmaceuticals amended its collaboration with CRISPR Therapeutics, paying $900 million more for a chance to grab a bigger share of Exaccel's profit when the treatment is approved. An approval is anticipated later this year for Exaccel for CRISPR Therapeutics. The advantage is the milestone-based payment as well as the experience Vertex has in monetizing therapies, and all those advantages come to CRISPR Therapeutics in exchange for this relationship. Approvals for Exaccel could come in quick succession in the EU and UK jurisdiction as well as from FDA. It could all happen in very, very quick succession, and having an experienced partner like Vertex is going to help CRISPR Therapeutics to capitalize on the monetization opportunities very, very quickly, more efficiently, and with a lesser expense overhead. So that's my understanding. So I think this is a very welcome development as these two continue start cementing their relationship with each other. Bastiano Sana, PhD, who is the Executive Vice President and Chief of Cell and Genetic Therapies at Vertex, said, "We have multiple programs in our T1D portfolio, including VX880 and VX264, which are in the clinic, as well as our hypoimmune program in preclinical development, having successfully demonstrated clinical proof of concept in type 1 diabetes in our VX880 program. We are excited to deepen our relationship with CRISPR Therapeutics with this agreement, which will allow us to further accelerate our goal of generating fully differentiated insulin-producing human islet cells, hypoimmune islet cells for T1D." Meanwhile, Samarth Kulkarni, Chief Executive Officer of CRISPR Therapeutics, said, "We are pleased to expand our long and successful relationship with Vertex with this collaboration, which fully leverages our gene editing platform to develop hypoimmune cell therapies for type 1D in parallel. We continue to expand our capabilities in regenerative medicine and advance our existing allogenic gene-edited cell therapy program." The statements from the top management at both these companies and the progressive investments into joint programs show the confidence Vertex has in the ability of CRISPR Therapeutics, and also is something that CRISPR shareholders have to note as they attempt to value CRISPR Therapeutics. That's all from me for now. Please let me know what you think. Also, if you like this video, please do not hesitate to press the like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm to present our video to more audiences. And in case you have not yet subscribed, I think 54% of our viewers have not subscribed. If you're one of them, please subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. You'll just help us grow our channel and bring you better programming. That's all for now. Thanks and have a nice day. Bye for now.